Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh, and hi everyone. So let us continue here. So we need to find the inverse function by using property, in which basically what we have is, suppose when we compose f inverse into the function f, we should obtain x, or suppose when we compose the fx into its f inverse, we also should get the x here. Alright, so let us do the example. So the first one is find the inverse function of fx equals to x minus 3 over 2. Okay, so by using property, we know that suppose when we try to compose f inverse x into f, we should get x. Okay, so this is the property of the inverse function. So what we are trying to do to find the inverse function here is actually by compose f inverse into the f. So what we are trying to do is we will replace this x here with f inverse, and we will rearrange to get f inverse as the subject. Okay, so let us start here. Basically it should be written as f inverse x minus 3 over 2 equal to x. Okay, so again, let us try to emphasize what we are doing right now. So we are actually replacing this x here with this f inverse, and this x here is from this property. So we will rearrange this one here, and we should make the f inverse as the subject. Okay, so moving the 2 to the right hand side should give us f inverse x minus 3 equals to 2x, and f inverse x is equals to 2x plus 3, and that should be the answer for the f inverse. Okay, so let us proceed to the next example. So we need to find the inverse of fx equals to 1 over 1 minus x plus 2, and suppose that x is not equal to 1. Okay, so again, so by using property, we know that f composed with f inverse x should give us x only. All right, so again, what we are trying to do is we should replace this x here with f inverse here, and then we make it equals to x, and we should rearrange just to get the f inverse as the subject. Okay, so it should be 1 over 1 minus f inverse x here, all right, plus 2 equals to x. Okay, so again, so this is what we are trying to do. So this is the initially it was x, but it's being replaced with f inverse, and this x here is just from the property. Okay, so rearrange. So we are now rearranging this equation, and our aim is to get the f inverse as a subject. All right, so we should move this these two first to the right hand side. So we should get 1 over 1 minus f inverse x equals to x minus 2. All right, and then we have this left hand side as the 1 over 1 minus f inverse x, so this one as the denominator, and so we should bring this to the right hand side here, so that we have 1 equals to, in bracket, x minus 2 times 1 minus f inverse x, and we should expand this bit here properly, so that we have 1 minus x minus x times f inverse x minus 2 plus 2 times f inverse x. All right, so we need to rearrange these. So what we have here is So let us try to look here. This one we have x only, and we have -2. Okay, so we will move that x and -2 to the left hand side, so that we should have 3 minus x, right? And then what we have now is negative of f inverse x plus 2 f inverse x. So basically we have like we need to factorize these two actually. Okay, so that we have here let's say, let us write as negative x plus 2. So in bracket what we have here is f inverse x. So our aim is just want to make that this f inverse as the subject, so we need to move this one to the left hand side, so it will be divided there. So it is 3 minus x over negative x plus 2 equals to f inverse. Okay, so that will be the answer. Or we can write these as basically I'm going to use this space here, so therefore f inverse x is equals to 3 minus x over 2 minus x. Suppose if you want to rearrange that denominator. Okay, so I believe that's all for this part. We will continue for the next example in our next video. All right, that's all. Thank you.